Hello, hello, world. Welcome to Man Sharpens Man with Dave and Stateraised, episode number 9. Is that Ocho? No, that's 8.
Nueve.
Yeah, that's right.
Nueve. I used to be able to speak way more Spanish when I lived in Texas.
You know, fun fact, I got kicked out of French class because I had a Spanish accent.
Weird.
Yeah. I don't know either language now.
Did you have a Spanish accent in French?
I never... That's what my I got kicked out of the class like halfway through the semester, and she said her reasoning her reasoning was because I had a Spanish accent. Really, her reasoning was because I was a shithead. But you know, whatever. I'm fluent in the southern parts of France.
I can speak Pig Latin.
Pig Latin?
Pretty damn good too. I got that kind of brain that works in Pig Latin.
Anyways, episode 9 of Man Sharpens Man.
That's a lot. We're going to be in double digits soon. We'll have a double-digit party.
This is a fancy, spectacular episode. We're recording this on, what is it? Today's Tuesday. Tuesday. But Thursday, I will be moving to Grand Rapids to start my new life and, wrangle cats. I figure I'll keep my beard and I'll just walk into any microbrewery and I'll get hired for head brewmaster.
You do kind of got the look.
Yeah, I just gotta buy a couple more flannels and I'll be set.
You smell yeasty? You have the yeasty pungency?
Yeah, I'll fit right in.
No, you don't. But I bet you the guy that works at the beer place, they bet you they smell like that when they come home.
I bet they do.
Every time you work someplace, you always smell like that place.
Yep.
Have you seen that commercial for the Post Toasties where the chick is like, I'm always in the grocery store and they like, damn girl, you smell like cookies. Have you seen that?
I have not.
It's a very animated black woman, which I just impersonated pretty well, where people already knew probably her race, but she's doing that basically, saying she smells so much like Post Toasties that
she smells like cookies because she's in the grocery store all the time.
Exactly. Sorry, I was catching my breath there. I'm glad you finished my thought. But
yeah. It's mid-plume.
Mid-plume of smoke. Yes. Speaking of plume of smoke, I told Dave about it, but I'll tell you guys about it. There is a funny-ass thing that Jimmy Kimmel did with Willie Nelson, where he's talking to him, and it appears like Willie Nelson's ignoring him. Ignore, and then all of a sudden, of course, he just blows out a huge plume of smoke like he's been listening the whole time and starts engaging him, and the plume is powerful enough, Dave, that it just wastes Jimmy Kimmel on secondhand smoke. I'm not a big believer in secondhand smoke. I'm not. How do you feel on it? Weigh in, secondhand smoke. I feel like people act like they get high, but I just don't think you're getting stoned on it.
Well, I mean, there's secondhand smoking and there's hotboxing, you know.
Right, if you got hotbox in a car, I think you'd have way more likelihood of getting high.
Yeah, because it can't go anywhere. You just keep recycling that THC-infused resiny air.
But I do not think you'll fail a piss test just from being in the same room with people that smoke weed.
No, not the same room, but same car.
And if you can't fail a piss test, you are not high at all. That doesn't count. There's no way you're high if you don't pass a piss test. It's called a test for some good reason, too. Not all bad reasons. That's the reason is you don't get to be called high unless you pass the test. That's the way you get an A, is by actually being high.
The test I was watching a lot about last night is the acid test.
What is that? Where you take acid and do something?
No, it was
Sharpen me.
Back in the 60s, Ken Kesey, Timothy Leary was the really big, grandfather.
He's the one I know.
He was on the east side of the country, and Ken Kesey was on the west side of the country.
Ah, west side?
And what they did is they got their van, and I'm forgetting the name of it, but it was like a psychedelic van. There was speakers on the top. They'd sit on the top of the van, or there was a bus, and they just traveled across the country, and they went to small towns, and they just gave everyone LSD. And they were selling LSD as well.
That's the scary thing. They give you a shit ton of time for selling LSD. That's you get, I know from being a criminal, but you get a fuck ton of time, and they can just give you criminal. They can give you federal time.
Yeah, because back then it wasn't illegal yet,
Oh, exactly. But they still would. Oh, back then it wasn't illegal, because that's why Timothy Leary even started taking it and campaigning for it. Is because he was don't illegalize it, because then we can't study it. That was his biggest thing.
But I was watching a thing, and Ken Kesey and his bus of just hippies, you know, they just like dress up like clowns and just like go to these like small towns and just like, hey, how's it going, you know? But the fucking acid test, whatever. Shit happened. It doesn't make sense that it's illegal now.
I can't believe that's crazy, but right now they're seeing clowns, Dave. It's kind of a poignant thing. It comes right back around to current time. People are, and they're acting all pussy about it. Like, why are you so scared of a fucking person dressed as a clown? They're obviously a weird faggot. What the fuck do they even own a clown costume for?
People are scared because, you know, like, clowns are like, you know, random street corners.
Well, I mean, clowns are creepy. You know what one of the creepiest things I've ever seen was? I have this friend, well, she's this chick I know. She's not really a friend. She's a friend of my wife's. But she had a kid, and this kid was a fucking loony. And he was carrying around this clown toy. It looked like a full-grown little kid, but it was a clown.
It was like a Chucky toy?
Yeah, it was like a Chucky doll dressed as a clown, so it was very creepy. One day his mom's over there, and we're all kind of ignoring the kid on the floor playing. He's straddling the clown, choking it, and he looks up at me and says, "I'm killing it for you, John." Because I had said a couple jokes about, you know, it being a little creepy. So he's murdering his toy for me, is what he told me. Isn't that some creepier shit? That made the clown way creepier to me.
Dude, I had a Chucky doll growing up.
You can't choke Chucky to death, you dumbass kid.
It was a small little, like, it wasn't like a full-size little person. It was a, you know, small.
I can't believe people are tripping on the clowns.
Probably came from a claw machine. Really.
How scared would you be if you seen a clown and he's unarmed, just an unarmed clown standing there? Are you gonna be scared?
Well, I mean,
it's
the setting, you know. Like if you see him at like a carnival or a, you know, a public function, you know, it's more.
Or an ICP concert.
Yeah, ICP concert, you know. But when, you know, it's the middle of the night and you know, you just randomly see a clown, you know, standing in the middle of the woods or on the side of the street. Yeah, that's kind of creepy, but maybe he's just like looking for a ride, you know.
I know, but they're making such a big deal of it, like a huge deal of it.
They are. Hey, did you hear what happened in Oregon?
Yeah, speaking of clowns.
But
I mean, that's not a bad thing. I can kind of dig it because it took them a lot of years to figure out the thing. But let's pull up the veil before we talk too much on it. They made it so.
You can't have little legislation saying that recreational and medical cannabis cannot contain certain names that appeal to children, and like other strains that are named after drugs like LSD and blow and shit like that. They changed the names, and I read the thing about it. I mean, it's fucking stupid. But they went over a list of over 500 strain names, and it was like 20 of them they you know, blacklisted. And they said that, you know, people can still sell that shit, but they have to, like, give it abbreviations. The weirdest one, because it wasn't just, like, obviously Girl Scout cookies, another one, like, the Smurf, like Smurfs, I don't know.
Right, yeah, you don't want to appeal to the kids. Like, I get it. Like Joe Camel. He did appeal to kids in a way. I get it.
But the weirdest one, it was Bruce Banner. That was on the list of strains.
I don't think a kid would get that reference at all.
I don't, yeah. And he was all about the weed, so.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. What else is going on?
That is a weird thing. What dickheads? There's all kinds of crap going on with the Kardashians. Speaking of clowns, we'll get onto them clowns. Fucking pretending to be robbed is what they're saying, maybe.
Where you said she was in France?
I will go ahead and just slander her, because if she sues me, I'll be richer than I am if she doesn't sue me. But I'll go ahead and slander her and say I think she is probably pretending to get robbed. She pretends like she likes that fucking goofball Kim. She pretends like she likes Kanye. You know, I've always thought that's probably why that Bruce Jenner, he was all acting all tranny and being all weird. His daughter brought home Kanye West, and he's like, oh, you think you're gonna bring this asshole home?
You're gonna be the weirdest motherfucker here? Fuck you.
Nope, not quite. Daddy's one-upping you.
I'm gonna look like a chick and keep my dick.
Yep, and I'm gonna date a rapper too, probably. Because gay is cool in the rap community now. It's starting to be cool.
Whatever, man. People gotta love each other.
They do gotta love each other, but the rap is supposed to be a machismo, tough-ass. You know another thing? This is something I gotta tell you. You know the number you always hear? What percentage of people are gay? What number have you always heard?
I don't know.
It's 10%. That's what I've always heard. 10%, 10%. That's what the number I've always heard. Guess what? It's not fucking 10%. It's like 3% or something. Look it up. I'm not even making that up. 3%, not 10%. That's a tiny sliver of the population is gay. The hell are we making such a big deal about their rights and weddings? That is nobody. That is 3%. They don't represent any percent of they're just the loudest ones. Like, and you know, that's why they're getting the attention. I'm sure the squeaky wheel gets the oil. But I didn't know it was such a low percentage. I'd always been told 10. I always assumed 1 out of 10 people was gay. And I was like, why don't I have more gay friends? But 3%, it's okay. I can see not having no gay friends. We got Kim Kardashian pretend $10 million worth of jewels.
When she was on vacation.
In Gay Paris.
Let me just say.
What do you think of $10 million worth of jewels? What the fuck kind of jewels are worth $10 million? Or how much did she have?
I think that, A, the Kardashians can die in a house fire any day. Because I think every time...
Or live in a house fire and look like a burn-up Oscar Mayer. It would be more ironically funny, maybe.
Because every time people keep talking about these dumb motherfuckers, it keeps, you know, three pennies go into their bank account every time we mention their name. Like,
I feel like they're probably even getting some money that we're talking right now. The few people we're, like, introducing them to right now.
The NSA will, like, listen every time Kardashian gets mentioned. They have to give them a quarter or some shit like that.
Might be. They might get it.
But they're dumb motherfuckers.
You can see Kim's butt from space now.
They're rich, dumb motherfuckers. They have all the money in the world they'd ever need.
Yeah, if you have $10 million worth of jewelry, I can't even imagine a possession being that. Like, unless you have, like, a lot of fucking jewelry. Like, couple thousand pieces of jewelry or something, or maybe like thousands of pieces of jewelry to make $10 million. But I know some things are really expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it touched Kim Kardashian's ass, so that increases the value.
They're saying she might have did it though, and I think there's a good chance. Rich people are like that, like Winona Ryder, shoplifting. Rich people are greedy, and you never know how rich they really are. Like Trump, they say, has been lying all this time about how rich he really is. Or they're trying to slander him and say that like it really matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a fucking...
He can afford to fucking drink better orange juice than me every morning and wear nicer clothes, so he's kind of rich in my book.
Yeah, he's rich, but who gives a shit about that?
Yeah, I don't care about how much money he has, but they make a big deal about it. It's like, me. Did you see the Saturday Night Live thing? Did you see that little parody, Dave?
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
Pretty stupid.
I mean, it was funny. It was comedic.
The thing that really shocks me about it is how do the Baldwins keep getting work? Fucking so over them. Why is one... How do you keep giving them jobs? They took over America's Funniest. How many Baldwin brothers is there?
Too many.
There's quite a few. I seen a funny-ass thing on Family Guy once where they were all suckling from the main Baldwin's teats. It's like Alec Baldwin had like hog nipples and they were all feasting. It was very funny. I can't remember the whole bit. Like, that's good enough.
You remember in, like, South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut, and they, like, the Baldwins got bombed or something. Like, the Canadians bombed the Baldwins or something like that.
Yep, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Baldwin.
Fuck Kim Kardashian. What else
I know, quit giving
on?
Kim Kardashian money, give us money. Yeah, she's faking like she got robbed like that fucking Loki did. And that's another thing. They said in the news, I just heard, Michael Phelps won't talk to Ryan Lochte right now. Hasn't talked to him since he lied and played fake robbery.
Yeah, fuck him.
Right.
It shows, a kid?
Right. Phelps is like, I'm a pothead, but I'm not a liar. I'm not a dirtbag. I'm not hanging out with you. Like, that's why. He's not doing it for, like, publicity reasons. I guarantee you, because he's just like, I didn't know you were cut like that.
Yeah.
You might steal my motherfucking one of my gold medals.
Being an adult, you know?
I'll go in the back to take a bong rip in secrecy, and you'll steal one of my gold medals while I'm in the back. When you're a stoner, you always run the risk of people stealing your shit, and you don't even know it's gone. Like, you forget a lot of crap. That's one of the things that makes weed blissful. Because you know what's bliss? Ignorance. When you're stoned, you're pretty ignorant to a lot of things that are going on around you once in a while. You're just totally oblivious. It puts you in a whole different zone. It's like a time-traveling machine. Do-do-do. And speaking of which, let's time travel a little bit. But yeah, that Kim Kardashian, we should go back to that, Dave, because I feel like there's more there. There's more there. Because I feel like you feel like Kim, you feel like Kanye's part of it?
Yes, they're the same. They're cut from the same garbage fire.
That's what I'm saying. They're both there. I think he's in on it. I've never watched that show, for the record. I've never watched that. There's a lot of shows that I've never watched that people swear up and down are good. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones?
No.
Me neither.
I've seen one episode. I had no idea what the fuck was
Way
happening.
too much dick, wasn't it?
I didn't see any dick, surprisingly.
Oh
Because
my
I was expecting
God.
to see the dick.
I've seen never a whole episode, but I've stopped in at friends' houses that were watching it, and I've caught bits and pieces, and it's always some donk. There's always slapping wiener in it. It's always, and you know, it's another, the midget. He's like a main actor in it, and they don't even play him like he's a midget. They just play him like he's a regular person, which is kind of like cool or weird. I don't even know.
I've never seen him on the show.
I'm
Like
more
I
for
said,
midget
one
rights
episode.
than I am for trans rights. We need to give midgets more respect as just regular people.
I think we
And I don't just say that because I'm short.
I think we just need to just like say, hey, people are people, and they're gonna be people, and let's just let people be people.
Let people be people.
You should spark up that time traveling stick.
Let's do it. I would like to get some VR shit. Have you seen that VR technology, Dave? That's going to make it, VR is going to make it, Dave, where more people get to just be people. Because you'll be able to slap that fucker on. I know a lot of people aren't proponents of it. And they're like, come out and see reality, motherfucker. But VR is getting to a point where you can jump into it and be anybody you want to be. Like, if you want to be someone else, VR lets you be that person right now. And it's getting off the hook. Like, it's getting to the point where if you want to be a fucking Nairobi fucking distance runner, they got a program from that. You'll think that, you know what I mean? They got all that.
VR porn. There, change the topic. Last night at my show, I had my very last Rotten Cherries comedy open. Not my last, but...
Dave built an empire. I'll tell our viewers about it. He built... That's not... Empire's giving a lot of credit.
Shut up. I got a story to tell about last night at the show.
I don't want to lose pace.
So, no, I'm not as high as you. But anyways, I had my last show before I let Jeremy West start hosting the show, and one of the comics, like, was talking about porn, and they're like, speaking about porn, here's your host, Dave Basie. And I got up there, and I was like, wait, why? Because, like, I occasionally watch porn to make sure I don't do, like, a terrorist attack or, like, bomb a Planned Parenthood just to stay a normal person. Like what most of the fucking room does. And that shut her up. Sorry, that was what I had to say.
That quieted the room up?
Yeah.
Every time you bring Planned Parenthood up, it always kills the buzz. There's this chick at my gym. I hope she listens to my show. She knows who she is. You're all right with me. I don't care about Planned Parenthood. I like it. Or whatever, I don't like it. Like, I don't agree or disagree with abortion. I don't even want to have an opinion on it. I feel like I'll get gutted. But she is on the side of no abortion. And she's part of, like... What is that? Planned Parenthood is the people that scud abortion, right? They don't like abortion?
No, Planned Parenthood is a place where a lot of people get affordable health care, and only 3% of the shit they do is abortions. And
then she's against that.
Like our Planned Parenthood on 8th Street here in TC. There's people always fucking
there's always someone out in front
outside of it, and there's not even abortions done there.
But I found out they pay that person, is what I was getting to, actually. They pay that person lots of times.
Protesters?
Yeah, because they have a business that they run.
Yeah.
And it's an actual rich people give money to it, and they actually have a business.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of George Soros, you know?
That's fucking nuts. So someone's just getting paid to be in opposition to fucking abortion. I mean, I'm sure it's their opinion already. They're not, like, hunting through the classified, and they're like, oh, look, they're looking for a protester. You gotta already be in cahoots with them or whatever, but what a weird fucking job.
Yeah, it happens.
Do you think that changes anybody's mind? Do you think a chick ever decides to get an abortion, goes down there, and sees that the person standing out there and says,
it doesn't fucking happen. Maybe it does, and that's...
I don't think it does.
But those protesters
so
are fucking full of shit. Sunday afternoon, I was staying at... I'm couch surfing right now because my old roommate is a Jew. Literally, I'm couch surfing right now. So Sunday, I was staying at a place on the south side of Lake Leelanau. So we were coming into TC, and we were driving along the parkway, and we were driving along the parkway. We got to Union. There was anti-abortion protesters. And so we're driving down the road. The Grandview Parkway, it's like right by the bay for people. Fuck you. Look at Google Maps. Suck a dick.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive.
Wonderful. But we were driving. We keep seeing more and more. Like we get to Cass. more people, and we get to like where the parkway like comes into like Munson right there, and like there's more people, and we just keep driving. There was fucking anti-abortion protesters all the way from Union to Fair Street.
That's like 2 miles.
Yeah,
people.
that is 2 miles. That is 2 miles.
Damn, son, that's a lot of protesters. And no one gave a shit that I was locked up for nothing. No. But I guess if you're thinking people are... I mean, in those people's minds, I truly... Like I said, I'm not even going to look up all the stuff about it. I don't want an opinion on it. It's too much. I got too much shit going on.
But we were leaving town.
But those people really believe that they're killing babies.
They really do.
So, I support the way they feel because that's what they think. But I don't know if what they think is right or not.
They believe that that people who get abortions are killing babies, and killing babies is wrong. But when I was leaving town, and we got to where Union, and we were at the end of the protesters, we were at a stoplight at Union and Grandview Parkway, and we were at the stoplight, and my window was down. And I was hearing them talk, and it was some old dudes, and they were like, yeah, Michigan won the other day, and blah, 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 you know, they're just talking, and then, like, the light turns green. Maybe I'm a fucking pussy for saying this when the light turned green, but that was when I got a chance to talk, but they're like, oh, Michigan won, and I yelled at them, I said, Michigan football players' girlfriends get abortions all the time. Like, if you believe in your shit, fucking boycott Michigan football.
True,
know?
I think football
Stand
players...
up for your fucking right, for what you believe in.
I think football players account for like 17% of abortions.
Yeah. But you be religious and shit, but stand up for your shit. If you think abortion's wrong, fuck all your football teams. You think doing drugs are wrong? Fuck all your professional football and your basketball and all those fucking people. They all fucking do drugs. I'm sorry I'm swearing so much. Let's talk about something else besides abortion.
That damned abortion, such a hot button. See, I told you I didn't want to learn about it. See why I don't have an opinion? It's so nice. I just don't have one. People are like, well, that means you support abortion. And it does not mean I support abortion. It just means I don't have an opinion. It's perfectly cool to not have an opinion on something.
I dislike religion.
Like, that's super important. If you get married, Dave, as someone that's married, I can tell you, once in a while, you just gotta not have an opinion. I seen a super hot chick at Myers today. I didn't have an opinion on her. Before I got married, I would have had an opinion on her. Oop, I called her hot. I guess I did have an opinion on her. But you see what I'm saying? Like, there's certain, like, that's not one of the things. But you gotta try not to have an opinion lots of times.
I'm moving Thursday.
Oh, poor Dave is moving. He's moving. Did we already tell them that the bastards in Oregon made it so you can't?
We did. We talked about that.
I just wanted to make sure because
we talked about everything on our list.
We didn't really make a big list. But that Oregon thing was kind of big to me because I was, I mean, it's like not a bad thing. It's not a cool thing.
And so they're saying you can't name weed certain things, but they're saying you can still have that name, but instead of calling it Girl Scout cookies, you have to say GSC. Or something like that. But, you can still go to the fucking gas station and you can still buy the fucking beef jerky in a skull tin, buy your fucking pouch of Big League Chew, buy your candy cigarettes, and fuck everybody. Weed doesn't kill people. Weed makes people
That will
healthy.
be trippy if they ever come out with some, like, kiddie weed shit. They'll be way against it, but that'd be cool, like a weed joint instead of a weed cigarette. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's called fucking
It's called
fucking CBD oils to help kids stop having fucking seizures.
Yeah, I do always see that, and I don't think parents would make that up. If I had a kid that was that age, like, that would be the shittiest thing you could do is try to support your shitty drug cause by making a fucking fake video of your kid getting better.
Yeah,
and I always see videos of kids...
tens, hundreds of thousands of people doing the same shit.
Exactly.
It's a big conspiracy. It doesn't really do anything.
But
Suck
I do see videos of kids, they'll be shaking like Don Knotts, and then they'll claim to give them the drug, and they usually don't do it on camera because they can't fucking record themselves breaking the law.
Yeah, because it's federally illegal, and they're afraid their kid's gonna get fucking took from them.
Exactly, but then all of a sudden the kid's not shaking. He's all happy and calm and decent, and it's like, what in the fuck? How can the people that are like the doctors and the people that are really in charge, the politicians and the fucking businessmen, how aren't they seeing this shit and getting a little bit touched and going, hey,
because there's money.
There's got to be money to be made in fixing those shaky kids. You know what you do if someone's having a seizure in the bathtub in your house, Dave?
Put something in their mouth.
No, you throw a load of clothes in. Just get a little laundry done. You know, I mean, you got to take something tragic and turn it into something beneficial to both of you.
Yeah.
So while he's in the thrashing
Shit's
about...
Shit's gonna be bad. You might as well get something done.
Get it done. I don't know how you hit the spin cycle on that, though.
Yeah.
You're going to have to hand ring them. Don't do that. And it's mean. Yeah, we shouldn't blaze epileptics. We want epileptic viewers. We want you to know that we feel bad for your epilepsy.
I was epileptic when I was a young person.
Were you? You outgrew it?
I just stopped doing
That's
it. That's
crazy.
I just stopped shaking.
I used to not be able to get a glass to drink water out of when I was young. But now I can reach that cupboard.
Good.
That's good. It's cured my hydration issue.
We should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
Have it be a short one, just because we have a hard night? We do have kind of a busy night.
I do have a lot of stuff I gotta go do tonight.
Tell them what you're going to do, Dave. It's very interesting.
I'm trying...
It's very swank. Dave is going to go be posh. Oh, here's a little note for you. What's a posh wank?
I don't know.
That's where you jack off with a condom on. It's called a posh wank. It's super fucking nice.
Because
there's
practicing,
yeah, and the cleanup is so minimal. You just kind of give it the pinch and slide. Everything's
and it's
contained.
Oiled up so it doesn't stick on you or anything.
It's like a moisturizer. It's just a bit of a moisturizer. It's nice.
It's a single-serve loneliness dispenser.
Do those right-to-life people count that against me? Is that against me as one?
They should, because, every orgasm, you're killing a baby.
Hell yeah, I kind of am, and I bet you I'm killing some whiz kids.
Baby.
I am killing some geniuses.
Yeah.
But that's just what I just wanted to let you know what a posh wank was. Now tell these viewers of my still thing.
Our listeners, I am going to go. Well, you are viewers because it is on YouTube.
Yeah, and I do put a little thing on there.
I'm going to go to the Nolan's Cigar Bar. Well, actually, first I got to go to Sam's Club and buy some deodorant. But I got to go to the Nolan's Cigar Bar. I'm going to meet some of my...
You will never get to be somebody's bear if you don't smell good.
I'm going to meet up with some of my comedy yuckers.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to smoke cigars and drink whiskey.
That's kind of a fun way. They're kind of saying goodbye to you, giving you a little goodbye.
Yeah.
So they'll pay for it maybe too, possibly?
Well, I already have a shit ton of cigars. So, they'll probably buy me all my whiskey and stuff.
That's nice. A little c'est la vie, c'est la vo.
Yeah.
We've almost been doing Man Sharpens Man long enough, Dave. I almost am one of your comedy friends now. But I know you're talking about the Rotten Cherry crew. And sometimes I don't fit in.
Well, you can come.
I'm very vulgar, Dave. I'm a super vulgar person. I felt like some of the girls in the crew wasn't responding to me great. They kind of liked me, but I felt like I swore a lot around them, and they were funded by me.
Nah.
No?
No.
Well, maybe
You're reading too deep into it.
Maybe I was too sensitive.
You're too
There's
sensitive.
A lot of people, though, that I don't know all at once, but it is kind of... Maybe I will go for a minute.
There'll be like 4 or 5 people there.
I don't smoke cigars, but I do drink whiskey. Can I smoke weed up in that mug? Probably could sneak. No, I won't.
If you roll a blunt and make it look like a cigar.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. They need to start those, Dave. We need to start that needs to be what we do. Like, that needs to be a new thing. If anyone out there wants to open a blunt bar and they got the money to do it, they should get a hold of Man Sharpens Man, because we will sponsor you. Or you can sponsor us, I meant. You know what I mean.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, get involved with your marijuana legalization efforts so that way we can have a blunt bar.
Yeah, even if you don't smoke it, vote for it all the time. Like, I'm never akin to voting unless it's some kind of way to get weed right. If there's a politician that's actually comes right out and says, hey, I want to take weed from being illegal and let some of these people that shouldn't be in prison out, I'd vote for him. But other than that, fuck voting. I still ain't voting. Sticking to that. We only got 20 more days till the vote, though, Dave.
20 more days.
It's coming. It'll be over soon. It's like the monkey said when his tail got cut off. It won't be long now.
It won't be long now.
It fucking will not be long now. Nope. And that's what I say right now to this Man Sharpens Man. We're coming up to a half an hour. So you got anything to plug, even though you're leaving town?
Wednesday night, Holiday Inn, Traverse City. I'll be hosting with
because I'll put this out.
Spencer James,
David Toby. I remember that. Kunta Kinte himself,
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I think it's like $10 at the door.
And then it's down to Grand Rapids for Dave, and we're going to have to Skype some episodes for y'all, but it'll make it more interesting.
Exciting thing in the future, I booked my ticket to Colorado Springs.
I knew we were selling ourselves short, just because we didn't write down the format and a couple things to talk about. I knew we had stuff left. Colorado. You're
Yeah,
going to Colorado?
I'm going there for Thanksgiving. I got a...
Smoke a turkey.
We're going to have Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving together. Do those people you're going to hang out with smoke? Oh, yeah, you told me the chick makes the marijuana
his
stuff.
His wife makes edibles, and, like, his son is, like, a grow hand.
I want to go someplace where the medibles are good. Every time I've eaten medibles, they've pretty much been bullshit. I've only gotten high a few times, really.
I love edibles.
I just don't get good medibles. I don't get good medibles.
Don't know the right people.
I smoke too much weed, too. Where it's like, I'll eat something, but I've already smoked so many joints where it's like, what's the point? Why
I
ate just
some
eat them?
edibles last night after I had, like...
I am piggish to...
After my friends and I, we had I was leaving town, so we had a potluck. We always have potlucks. And it was about a half-ounce potluck.
Nice, and you all just smoked it all up together?
Yeah, a bunch of hash and a bunch of herb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Make sure you kind of forget the good stuff that you're leaving behind so you can go clean cut. Yep.
Yeah, you know.
Was there a lot of people begging you, Dave? Don't go, Dave. Don't go.
Yeah, like my mom.
Yeah, I can imagine your mom's gonna miss you.
Yeah.
I could see she's worried.
Yeah, I'm gonna
There's a lot of
her.
black people in Saginaw, Dave. You realize that, right?
You're right. It's good.
Thank God you're going to Grand Rapids. There's a few there too, though. Not that you should fear black people, just messing with you black people. But you can always tell when an area's bad by how many people's there. And that's one thing you should you thought I was going to say something bad. You're like, don't say it. That's why I was saying that. But crowded areas suck, Dave, and you're moving to a crowded area. There's going to be way more crime there. You're ready for it, though. I feel like you're ready for it.
Ready as I'll ever be.
I mean, you were talking about getting robbed in the park in Traverse City, so you're gonna be walking around down there. Trust me, you're gonna see some shady situations.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I think you should do it. Like, it's gonna definitely Man Sharpens Man is gonna be way better. Dave is gonna have so many like weird prostitute stories and shit. So many transvestites trying to pick him up and shit. There's gonna be some weird shit like that going on, Dave. I promise.
It will.
That's what you're hoping, isn't it?
Every day.
Every day. But what are you going to Colorado for? Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Gonna go live with a weed family.
I'm going to
go on the weed tour.
I'm going to take a Greyhound out there from Grand Rapids to Colorado.
Make sure you take a fifth.
Only 30 hours.
Only 30 short hours.
You know, I probably will bring a little whiskey with me.
There's always some colorful motherfuckers on a bus,
probably not a fifth,
too.
Though. Probably like a half
The
pint.
most strangest people travel by bus, i.e. you, of course.
I.e. me. I'm going to have some edibles
But that you ain't setting the bar on that. You're not going to be the one setting the bar for strangeness on that bus, believe it or not.
Nope, I will be a outstanding citizen on that.
And if you walk to the back of the bus on one of them buses like Greyhound, the smells that you walk through. It's like walking through a food fest in India. It's just a bevy of every fucking BO you can imagine. From the sweet to the bitter. There's every kind on one of them buses.
Yep.
But let's wrap this up. We already did our pitches. Don't forget, Dave's doing a thing with Kunta Kinte. But for Man Sharpens Man, are we going to do one more before you leave, Dave? We're going to squeeze one in?
We're going to try.
All right, we'll squeeze one in, and then after that, it's going to be Skypey-de-Skype. So, we love you guys. Peace, pot, and microdot.
Goodbye.